Very good morning. Hope everybody is doing well, right? How was your internal examination? The second semester one exam over, no? Everybody did well, right? Okay, your third sem, first internal coming by next couple of weeks. So get ready for that. And some people tell they are facing too much bore to study, as I referred in the last class. Some people say, let exam come, we will do. Exam will come just like a giant from the forest. That time you will be worried. You know, one writer is there in Karnataka. His name is Prabhat Kumar Muhammadai. As a great novelist, being literature student, you should read some good storybooks. I would recommend Prabhat Kumar Muhammadai, a great story writer. His short stories, very popular stories available, like Price of Flowers and some other good stories. Being a story writer, Prabhat Kumar is par excellence. Just like one man was there, Khushwant Singh. Khushwant Singh, Indian Express chief editor, was there earlier. But he has published a collection of stories. And I found very much all the stories written by Khushwant Singh. So what I try to tell, being literature student, you should have a vast reading. How you can develop it? Only by approaching certain writers. Now, this story I read when I was a student in college. Prabhat Kumar Muhammadai. A gift of grandpa, right? Gift of grandpa. You know, the whole central idea of the story is a child was there, very, what is called, just like Wordsworthian concept we call, pygmy, size of darling, like poet uses. Pygmy means we cannot avoid but taking the child and shower warm kisses. Certain situation like that, no, we find small kids, all of a sudden we'll jump, or we have tendency to jump and embrace them, to shower warm kisses, right? The same way in the story, Gift of Grandpa, child was there, and what speciality with this child? Child has no parents, and it was grandfather, brings up him. And this grandfather has another extraordinary background. He was a retired military officer. And the child is a son of his daughter. Both of them, daughter and husband, died. And he was the responsible person to look after the child. He is now, as I referred, pygmy size of darling. Very, very naughty boy. And this boy, plays with grandpa, quarrels with grandpa, and even eats with grandpa, just like eat with grandpa, sleep with grandpa, like very cordial friendship they are maintain. But once story has a twist where child was given a particular present on a day on which he collected his pension. Story is a very big one. I make it in small size to give you message. And the child was given a special prize on particular day, because that is the day the pension he received from the treasury. He brought a prize. It is just like a small band, band circling, which is available in our all Puram festivals, a band to make child ding 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 like that. And the child was so happy, and his happiness reached all the horizons of the sky. Boundless joy he expressed. He embraced grandpa, gave him plenty number of kisses, additional kisses on particular special present. And grandpa was also happy. But what particular thing happened on that night? Our child, who is a very naughty child, he is continuously playing with the instrument, which makes a lot of disturbance for the peaceful sleepiness of our grandpa. Grandpa 2-3 times told, "Hoy, stop playing, go for sleeping. You stop, I want to sleep." That he advised and threatened him, but our child, who is very pygmy size, I told no, not ready to concede. He continuously kept playing and playing and playing and playing, but which made our grandpa lose his control. He came, "What a stupid boy, you are doing this. Am I not to sleep? You don't allow me to sleep." Though not only scolding him, he slapped on his face and asked him to get out and sleep. Such an old man, no, he is probably the writer says, this is the first time he scolded his grandchild, and this is the first time he thrashed him on his face. Early morning, grandpa woke up and started her daily routine. This time on the corner of the room, the same child, without sleeping, again crying and crying and crying. But grandfather lost all his emotions. He told him, "Why you are crying early morning?" He never replies anything. But indirectly assuming what he wanted, he kept the last night he kept this drum on an almirah or cupboard. He took it. "Oh, this is the thing that you want, you take. Is it for that you are crying here, you take?" Child never stops crying. Look, what type of child was that? Naughty child. What type of child was that? Pygmy size of darling. Everybody will love such a child, but he never stops his crying. Again from the kitchen, grandpa came and asked, "Why you are satisfied? You got your drum back, no? Why don't you stop your crying?" Child says a philosophy there. Child says, "I don't want this drum now. I want it yesterday night." Look, Prabhat Kumar Muhammadai wanted to convey a message that as a child, I don't want this drum now. I want this last night, midnight, when you asked me to go to sleep. Can you give this drum last night? Time is gone. Time is already gone. Night became daytime. Now it is morning. Grandpa wondered, why? How can I give you drum in the last night? Night is already gone. This may be the reason Wordsworth calls a child is father of man, right? That is another philosophy. Children sometimes become fathers of man. So in this way, sometimes our time will be losing. When you open your eyes, public exam, university will declare. So never ask, "Oh, if I had studied yesterday, I could have done well." Today morning I came to listen a news. Sometimes university will cut short your syllabus, depending on the pandemic differences going on everywhere, right? Now everywhere problem. In Kerala, which we controlled like a gigantic, what a huge line coming with a burning, just like William Blake puts, burning and bright, turning brightness, total burning like a globe. Pandemic COVID just looks all the humanity, all human beings, all Keralites like with a burning bright sunlight. We try to control, but presently Trivandrum totally gone, Malappuram gone, everywhere transmission, community spread coming. So you should be very careful. Now I tell you, let a government university take any decision. Our role is to play. What role to play? You are a learner. You should consider your area of knowledge. How much you develop yourself is a matter of question. This is the time that you acquire knowledge. What is insufficient that you studied from high school, higher secondary level, once you reach in college level, what limit of knowledge that you have received is a matter of question. Now we'll almost finish 8 special classes for you. This is the 9th module, 9th unit that I am going to try to take you. This area is very simple. Some areas, probably the last topic of unit, your unit number 4, class number 9. Keep in mind what I try to tell you, keep in the systematic order in the notebook. You go by step, all the notes to be prepared in the notebook. Or put class number 1, 2, 3, 4, like which class now we are taking? 9th one. 9th session I am dealing with. This session, fortunately, some areas indirectly connected to the previous chapters, previous units. This area is called jumbled sentences. All right, jumbled sentences. All right, jumbled sentences to reach some areas that I discussed in the previous chapters. Again, if you consider it a revision, no worry, but being a topic, I should cover, or we should cover. We should go through that. Jumbled sentences, jumbled words, how they form a sentence. Probably the first lesson, first unit, this area we deal with how to form. We studied many patterns of sentences. Last 7th class, 8th class, we studied so many patterns of sentences. First order that you keep in mind is, that is what? S plus V plus O. Probably we would say S plus V plus O is the basic, what is called platform for all the type of sentences are being made. You refer to Communicative English Grammar by Jeffrey Leach, page number 21 to 23, where you get a different patterns that already discussed in the class number 8, that you listen. Where also you find S plus V plus O will be the order by which all other different patterns are formulated. Otherwise, what we can say, without this basis, without this fundamental platform, fundamental formula, fundamental pattern, we cannot approach no other patterns. I'll tell you one example. You know, Isaac Newton. I think I had studied this when I was in 8th grade. Isaac Newton, you know, 2 important qualities Isaac Newton maintained. You refer his biography. Isaac Newton maintained 2 important principles in life. First one is that he was a staunch believer of Jesus. Isaac Newton. He was a man of prayer. Like Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison, yet another important scientist. And I like him very much, because Edison was dismissed from the school when he was in 4th grade. No, this is Edison, this scientist had no formal education at all. You read the biography of Edison, Thomas Edison, founder of almost 100 inventions, who had no formal education at all. Look, when he was in 4th grade, the biography says Edison was dismissed. One day, mother was invited to the school by principal. Principal told, you take this boy home. Why, sir? Mother asking principal, grammar school principal. Principal said, his head looks very big, that I know. And his head is very bald, no hair at all. That also I know. But inside nothing. Why? How can you say that? Mother was weeping like anything. Mother told, why? Without husband, without father of this child, how I bring him up, that I only know. But how can I take this? Principal dismissed. Your son Edison now with effect from today dismissed from the school. Why? No progress at all in the education. The same way he was in 3rd grade. The same way he was in 2nd grade. 4th grade also, only one eminent speciality we find on your son, that your son has so many zeros in all the academic subjects. Even science subject, 0. Humanities, 0. Language is 0. Such a big man of zeros, how can we maintain the school? Take him out of the school. Join somewhere. Better you decide yourself. Look, you read biography of Edison. Very beautiful book. In this biography, he says, look, that particular day, in front of the principal, mother takes the child and embraces, and her tears from the eyes came like a fountain water. It came to the rock like bald head of the child. Look, a very beautiful figurative method of description going on there. Where he saw, it is reported, where this mother saw a sparkle in the brain, telling indirectly, mother, don't think one day or another day I will do different thing. Probably that day mother decided to teach Edison. Because she was an elementary school teacher, nursery teacher. And it is written in the biography, till 2-3 years after 4th grade, it was the mother who teach Edison till 7th grade, or till he was in 12 years of age. Nobody else. He did not go to school. Later he becomes what? Inventor of almost 100 inventions. He developed his attitude to science. He developed his time for hard work. And he did so many things for the society. Look. And this Edison, towards the end of the biography, telling, my dear people, my dear students, my dear friends, please believe intelligence is only 1% inspiration. Intelligence. My principal told I am not intelligent. And I was dismissed from the school. Later my mother taught me, but I tell you, to the interview of a press conference, he says, intelligence only 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. He wants perspiration. What is meant by perspiration? Hard work. Hard work means sweat. You like that people have to sweat. You people should sweat yourself, then you become hard work, jewels like, gems like, anything. But what you are doing, you are not working hard. That is your problem. Once we come to Isaac Newton was also like that. Not like Edison, but Isaac Newton was staunch believer of Jesus. And he was a man of prayer. And he was proclaimed to be a very scholar with a lot of knowledge, particularly in science, physics and all that. And Isaac Newton had a tendency to give private classes for so many students. Means what we call private tuitions, right? In the same way, he gives tuition classes. One day, student is coming to his house in the tuition class. He was not there. Almost 25 to 30 students were there. And one servant lady came and reported Newton's students. Your master, your teacher, now is in the prayer session, coming 5 to 10 minutes late. But students, students of your age, they don't like prayer and all that. A man of students of your age liking prayer will be wonderful, right? Are you praying? Are you having prayers? You pray? Okay, very good. One among his students was also like a naughty boy. He came to the board and he wrote, he wrote, God is nowhere. Maybe indirectly telling the master of the class or Isaac Newton immediately after coming to the class after the prayer, God is nowhere. What is to pray? Where is to go? Your children are here. People say, God is nowhere. After some time, Newton came and looking into the board. God is nowhere. I understood. Somebody might have written from the class. What did he do? He says, God is, all right, now here. Look, he splitted this word into two. He splitted this word into two. And what happened? Result, God is now here, not nowhere. Now here, he told. What does it mean? It means when you go to jumbled sentences, jumbled words you have to maintain first. Then you will reach a sentence that can be converted, then combined, and where leads to combination of different sentences. How Newton as a scientist could have convinced our children, his children, tuition class children, God is nowhere, splitted into now here, means that can be also reconstructed and given another meaning. Are you okay? Are you okay? This way you have to keep maintain in your mind how possibly you can cut the sentences into different communicable way where you can reach different meanings. This is called the introductory part of our jumbled sentences. So you keep in just like in the first class I told you, this may be a repetition, but the same area requires. In Malayalam you write Pashu, Ve, Kili, Pidichu. Alright, I told this sentence, I think either your class or the senior class. Pashu, Ve, Kili, Pidichu. A child written in the double line paper, copywriting, Pashu, Ve, Kili, Pidichu. Teacher wondered how Pashu, Ve, Kili, Pidichu. Probably cow is in the meadow and bird will be sitting. We have seen our meadow fields in the paddy field where a lot of buffaloes in the water in a lazy manner sleeping. Then crows will be sitting. Probably child may be writing in an imaginary way, right? No. Child did what? This way, instead of going here, way should be written with a kili. Then sentence will be Pashu Vegili Bidichu, not Pashu Vegili Bidichu. I think it is written in the notebook or I referred in your previous class. So here I tell you, in the way of making a sentence, different areas coming in future, which makes us very difficult. In Michael Swan, our grammar book, we have to refer to Jeffrey Leach. They have given a beautiful sentence how to identify. Look here, that you can copy down in the notebook. The bomb damaged, all right, damaged the hotel only. A very simple sentence that you copy down in order to understand the relevance of jumbled patterns of sentences, jumbled words, that which makes you a lot of confusiveness. Read, this is one. Then second one, same. The bomb damaged only the hotel. Look here. Two sentences given. What difference you feel? What difference you feel? Modern grammarians, TG grammarians, suprasentential grammarians, especially the practical English usage written by Michael Swan, all these people say there is a very big difference between these two sentences. Could you agree with me? Could you agree with me? How can you identify two different meaning? In the first sentence, the hotel only, probably many buildings are there. But this bomb, which damaged only hotel, not one hotel, only hotel, that is communicative English, only hotel damaged. Only by the preference of only after the hotel. They say only hotel damaged, all other big flats were there, all big gymnasiums were there, colleges were there, schools were there, not damaged. But in the second sentence, the bomb damaged only the hotel, only the hotel. The hotel means particular hotel. Only one damaging is there in the second sentence, only one hotel. The is a particular pronoun, like, but the hotel, only one hotel damaged there. This is the difference. So what I want to tell you, in the jumbled sentences, jumbled words should be kept in very correct order. Then order should be written S plus V plus O. As I referred in the first unit, S, V, O, correct order of the sentence, non-flexible way. And some people say English language is S plus V plus O language. All right, that should be in the correct order. Second one, you have to look what? The meaning. The meaning part goes wrong, sentence will be going wrong. So we have to keep all this mind in jumbled sentences. Second area that we, example, the cat killed the rat. How can you get the cat killed rat, then the, you got 3 to 4 elements. How you will put? You should put in the correct order. Then you will get what? The cat killed the rat. You will put the subject, killed verb, the rat object, full stop. So sentence over, S plus V plus O, order is correct. Jumbled shape is this. Keep in the mind. Order should be correct, meaning should be correct. Suppose you write, instead of cat, you write the rat killed the cat. May be correct. But acceptance, more acceptance. Why can't a rat kill cat? Can be killed. But generally cat is killing the rat. So keep in the correct. As if I told, when I told once in one of the classes, probably in the senior class or your class. But this order, Venu loves Meera. Venu loves Meera. First we got loves Venu, then Meera. S-V-O. Same sentence can be written. Meera loves Venu. Which one is correct? That you decide. Meanings are different. In the first sentence it is Venu who loves Meera. Second is Meera who loves Venu. Venu may not be knowing about it. So that depends on the writers. Like that. So one statement you have to keep. Sun sets in the east as the last day we discussed. Meaning should be part of these sentences. S plus O. He ate mango. So in English language we follow jumbled sentences into S plus V plus order. Alright. Malayalam language is different. Alright. Example, he ate mango. You take one example, he subject, ate verb, mango object. Am I right? Yes. Then some people, suppose you write, alright, he, alright, mango, alright, ate. This will be S, this will be O, this will be V. This is the way of translation given to Malayalam language. Avan manga tinu in Malayalam. This is the order. But this is not applicable to English because English language is non-flexible. So whenever you get 2, 3, 4, 5 elements, you have to keep them in order. I'll give you the second step. So you have to keep in mind. Second step, as we referred in many subjects and many areas, second step is that we find this into 2. Earlier 3 elements were there. Second step we get 2 elements. What is called S plus PRE. Method already taught. How we find PRE. Yes, you get, we get plus O. You underline V plus O. Without O is also PRE. So second step will be S plus PRE. This is the after jumbled words you get, you put them in the order, then you find S plus PRE. Already taught, I think, in the first area, first unit. Same area coming here, sentence from 2 parts. So you have to ask. Example, Ashok is an intelligent boy. Look here. Ashok is an intelligent boy. Alright? Intelligent boy. Look here. Ashok. You will put S is verb an intelligent boy. As we referred, an intelligent boy is object which is enjoyed by NGP or NPH, which has determiner, which has modifier. Boy is the head word. You put simply plus here, then add, you will get PRE. Simple thing. How to identify second step? Put simply PRE. So your duty is to find one sentence. Example, you take this one, you copy down. Another one is example, you'll take. Alright, Arya is sleeping. One example. Here how to find actor, subject, is sleeping. V is equal to VGP. Is equal to VGP means here, this VGP is PRE. No object required. Are you okay? Do you get me? So our step is first platform S plus V plus O. Then how this S plus V plus O coming? Then after putting S plus V plus O, how can you convert it into S plus PRE? Then PRE, how does it come? V plus O. If V plus O is not at all compulsory, then V remains PRE. or this is the method. Rahul likes playing football. Look here. We'll write another example. Rahul, or anybody else. All right, Adarsh loves playing, all right, football. Look, Adarsh, how do you get? You got the loves playing football. Adarsh, you put in the order. Adarsh, subject, loves were playing football, object, loves playing. This is participle construction, participle method, playing, non-finite verb. We studied. Loves is main verb. Additional verb is called a non-finite. So here non-finite, no problem coming here. Then you put plus here. Then you will get a PRE over. Simple thing. All right. Helicopter flew over the sea like that. But here you have to keep in mind in the order coming in communicative English grammar. In communicative English grammar, we have one confusion coming. Jeffrey Leach says, look here, in God we trust. One sentence. Second sentence, we trust in God. Third sentence, we in God trust. 3 sentences are given here. Okay. Which sentence do you prefer? Which one is acceptable? Why others not acceptable? You have to justify. You have to justify. Calicut University questions are like that. Suppose you correct, you should justify it. Are you okay? Are you with me? You understand me? So 3 sentences are given. These are the sentences given in communicative English grammar. You take, there are so many developments happening nowadays that you keep in mind. As I was referring to the senior class one day, in communicative English grammar, Jeffrey Leach says, once Nitya, studying in her room, and once she makes a lot of noise, and the mother asking, why you are making a lot of noise here? Oh mother, mosquitoes are biting. Mosquitoes biting. Communicative English grammar in Jeffrey Leach says, never say like that. It is not biting. Mosquitoes will never bite. Then how do you say mosquitoes are biting? It has no mouth at all. It has only just like a penetrating point like a needle. It is not biting. The English people, our British people won't allow it. Communicative English grammarians they tell, instead of mosquitoes biting, you must say mosquitoes are sickening. What is the meaning of sickening? Mosquitoes make you just like what is called disturbed together. You are totally disturbed. In such a sense, you should say mosquitoes are sickening, not biting, which has no mouth at all. In the same way, you understand in these 3 sentences, communicative English grammar approach, in God we trust, whether it is correct. We trust in God, whether it is correct. We in God trust, whether it is correct. Which one is correct? Most probably, people will say second one is correct. Why? It is written in the order. In God, object considered to be adverb. And the traditional grammarians won't allow to start a sentence with a preposition. They are very Satans to preposition, starting and ending with a preposition. A sentence should not end with a preposition. But in modern grammar we say, please bring me a chair to sit on. On is last. On is the preposition. It is written on the last stage. You please bring. Oh my dear Adarsh, this is the chair to sit on. You sit on last. but traditional grammarians won't allow. Traditional grammarians say to start a sentence with a preposition, to end a sentence with a preposition is dangerous. It is not allowed. Look, modern grammarians are in different way. So please be careful that you have to keep in mind. This sentence will have lot of examples are there. You can, but you see, we do one work here. In the same way, you can keep all the. Look here, one method sentence. You take one sentence. All right, you get a sentence, two divisions. First one is ES, second one is PRE. All right, this S will be here. You write he. All right, here you will write he. Then one example, he. All right, then PRE. This PRE can be divided into two. All right, where one is called ox. All right, one is predicate. All right, one is called ox, then a noun or object. What is called main verb? Ox and verb. All right, predicate plus object coming. Then this ox, here you can write this ox can be two types. All right, ox can be no modern grammar book, certain grammar book it is called operator. You can keep down in the notebook. We studied ox, in the sentence patterns coming in the interrogatives. We studied primary auxiliary, modal auxiliary. This ox when coming in the sentence considered to be operator. All right, here this ox here written had. All right, had. Here verb it is written given. All right, here written an apple. An apple. Here sentence he had given an apple. This way you can, this predicate considered to be object, had given. So, all right, had given is object, had, V plus O. This V plus O is called predicate. And he or John or others will be subject. In this way, either you can cut. So, first thing you keep in mind, ox in modern grammar sometimes in reference given to operator. So, determiners, concord and everything you have to keep. I'll give you two, three sentences. You have to find S plus P, V plus or S plus predicate in this way. You copy down. I'll give you two, three sentences. Okay. Then our area will be finished. All right. First sentence you copy down. All right. This is an assignment or homework. You write like that. All right. The girl is now a student at the university. The girl is now a student at university. One example. It's not my area. It's not my example taken from communicative grammar. Girl is now a student. Her brother grew happier gradually. Second one. Her brother grew happier gradually. Okay, gradually. You have to arrange and find the meaning. They make him a chairman every year. They make him a chairman every year. Okay, every year. Copy down this, then you tell this. And besides that, you should be very smart nowadays. You know what is the meaning of, are you smart? You should be very smart. You know, one doctor from a webinar I attended, I referred in the senior class, a webinar I attended, that in webinar he says, now pandemic is growing very fast everywhere. You should be very smart. I know S3 students are very smart. You prefer to be smart. Again, this keep in mind, because our country is going through in a very difficult situation everywhere. COVID, coronavirus infected disease spreading. You should be very careful. You have your own responsibility. So you should be smart. In what way? You should keep social distance in the proper way. You wear mask. You should get pure air. Don't put air conditioned, sit in the closed room. Wherever you try to get a pure air, fresh air. This is doctor advice. All right. Then social distance, then mask, then pure air, then rinsing. What is meant by rinsing? It has threefold rinsing. One rinsing, you take your mask and rinse in the soap water. Then you rinse your hand in the soap water 20 seconds. Then rinse yourself. You take better. After going out and coming, you take a bath. So 3 types of rinsing. Your dress also to be rinsed in the washing machine. Then take a timely food. Take a timely food. Food means with all vitamins, preferably leafy vegetables, then eggs. Then ask parents to provide you vitamin in what you call red colored fruits. Red color in the sense my shirt like red color. Eat. Then be smart always. Then only you will be okay. Thank you.